And moving on to the auto sector now. Auto major Volvo is set to launch its EX30 electric vehicle in India next year. That's the word coming in from Volvo Cars APEC region head Martin Persson. Speaking to me, he said that India is one of the fastest growing markets for Volvo globally, also adding that the company sees strong potential for growth in the luxury segment in India.
India is a very exciting market. I'm coming back since 2018 was the last time I was here. So I come back now and I find an India that is full of passion, passion for the economic future, etc. So it's a very exciting time to look at India. And what we believe is that the luxury market will have a big growth potential here. And since we are playing in that market, we believe that we will, of course, then catch that growth and really have a strong growth trajectory in the India market.
In terms of future electric launches, what would you like to add to the portfolio? What can we expect?
No, I mean, we have a clear strategy here that every year we're going to launch one new fully electric car. And the first one out was the XC40 Recharge that came back in 2022. Then we had the C40, and this year we have the single motor XC40 Recharge. Next up is the EX30, our next SUV. And then after that, we will continue on this strategy with one new car every year.
All right, so EX30 is what we can expect next year?
That's next out, yes.
Right. Now, in terms of alternate fuels, this seems to be a big push area for the government to roll out more ethanol-powered vehicles, flex fuel vehicles from capacity anywhere between E20 to E80.
Yep.
Where does Volvo find itself in that play? Would you like to bring such fuel technologies to India?
Definitely. I mean, sustainability is a very important part of our DNA, and it's also a very important part of our future. I mean, we have a goal by 2040 to be a net zero emitter of greenhouse gases and a circular company. So as part of that strategy, we are always looking at how can we improve our sustainability contribution and performance. And next up in India is exactly what you said. We will bring out the XC60 and the XC90 for E20 fuel.
Right. Now, in terms of, as you've already said, that India is a very exciting market for you compared to some other markets which have matured. And you see a lot of growth potential in India. But if you feel that there are certain regulatory bottlenecks or hurdles to growth, or to putting more investments on the table, what would those be?
No, I mean, every market is distinct, right? Every market has its challenges here and there. I wouldn't say India is more difficult than somewhere else, but of course we need to take a careful look at India and see what go-to-market approach fits India, and that's exactly why I'm here. So I'm here now to understand what do we need to do to capture the full potential of the Indian market.
All right, so give us a sneak peek into your thinking. You're here to take the India market to the next level.
Correct.
You spoke about strengthening the brand, or positioning the brand better in India as much as possible. One or two ways you would like to do that? Is it through more touch points, a more aggressive marketing strategy, higher capex? What would that be?
No, I think it's a mix of everything, right? I mean, our plan for India, the growth plan, if we call it like that, will be a comprehensive plan. But you mentioned brand. I think brand is very important. When you're in the luxury segment, brand is the differentiator. Of course, your product as well, but brand becomes a very important part of the consumer's choice. And we have a very, very distinct brand positioning where we call Volvo for Life, where we provide the freedom to move in a safe, personal and sustainable way. So safety has always been our core, but we are now moving more and more into explain our sustainability story and what we are doing in the sustainability area. You mentioned the e-fuels that we had, but it's of course about electrification, it's about the materials that we use in our car, it's about our dealers emitting less CO2. So we are looking very much on those things to drive the growth as well.
Right. If I were to ask you about the next 4 to 5 years, or till 2030, what kind of growth, annual growth, are you expecting from the India market for Volvo?
No, I would expect that we are at a completely different level in terms of sales, and some of that will have been driven by the product launches. As I said, every year, one new. So if you look beyond here and go like 4 or 5 years ahead, our range of products will have been expanded quite dramatically. And of course, that will drive growth. I think the brand image will help us attract customers to the brand, because I think the environmentally conscious consumer is increasing in India, like anywhere in the world. So I think it's a good fit with our brand. So I'm very confident that now India is perhaps a smaller market in my region, but I do expect that it will be a significant market over the next couple of years.
If you had to quantify that growth in percentage terms?
No, I think it's not easy to say. I mean, as I said, I'm here to understand India. So it's a bit early for me to say, okay, this is exactly where we're going. So I'm working with the management team here locally, and I will go back now, and then we will put that plan together. The only thing I can say is that we will have a significant growth over the next couple of years.
All right, significant growth. Now, when you speak about growth in Volvo's key markets worldwide, not just the APAC region, where would you put India, and how do you expect India to contribute to Volvo's global growth story in the coming years?
No, I think Volvo is growing dramatically. I mean, we used to be 400,000-500,000 car company. Then we took the step up to 700,000, and we are going towards 800,000. So globally, we have gone through quite a dramatic, significant growth story. Inside of that, a lot of markets have grown. And now we're into the second relay of the race, if you call it like that. And that's where I think India will really step up and be one of the fast-growing markets, together with a few others. So I think now is the chance for India to really step up and grow in that. We have to realize that the volumes are still not so big in the global Volvo, but I think in terms of the percentage growth, if you call it like that, it's very significant.
All right, so that was the APEC head of Volvo Cars saying that the time has come now for India to see its full growth potential, and they will see India as the fastest growing market for Volvo cars in the next few years. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of News Centre. More news and updates continue right here.